This is the story of Veervara, who had no one in this world except for his uncle. But his uncle, Hathi Singh, didn't like him. In reality, he was more like an enemy to him. He always used to trouble Veervara so that he would leave his home and go somewhere else. And then he could claim his property.
Hathi uncle, the door of my house is open. I'll return in a while.
Go, my child, go. I will make your life so difficult that you will leave everything and run away from this home, believe it or not.
Oh, where is my goat? Uncle, have you seen my goat anywhere?
Oh, she must have run towards the jungle.
Veervara had realized from his past experiences that this work was not of anyone else, but of his uncle Hathi Singh. That's why he made a plan.
Huh? My dear, what is in these bags?
Uncle, I found my lost goat with great difficulty. I needed the money, so I sold her in the city. And in exchange, I got 4 bags of coins.
He found his lost goat in the jungle and sold it for 4 bags of coins. Really? That's great news, huh? I'll buy them at a low price here and sell them at a high price there. Believe it or not.
After hearing Veervara's story, Hathi Singh came to the village and bought many goats. He took them to the city, where he got a very low price for them. Seeing this, he became furious.
He made a fool out of me. I'll teach him a lesson for this.
What is this?
My dear nephew's house is burning.
How did this happen?
I tried a lot, but couldn't put out the fire, believe it or not.
Looking at his burning house, Veervara cries a lot. After this incident, he decides to leave his village forever. He wraps the ashes of his house in a cloth and sets out from there.
Why is he sitting with this pile of ashes? Let's go and ask. What's the matter, friend? I have never seen you here before. And why are you sitting with this pile of ashes?
For you, it might just be ashes, but for me, it's my entire world.
Your entire world? This must be some sacred ash.
Sacred ash?
Oh, really? Can I get a little ash? You can take some coins for this.
No, absolutely not.
Okay, friend. If you don't want to sell, at least give me a pinch of it.
Yes, me too.
Me too. I have heard that the great miracles happen with such sacred ashes. Now, please don't refuse these coins.
Now, considering Veervara to be a great saint, people started to gather there to take a pinch of ash from his hands. And this time, not for free. But people also gifted Veervara a lot of offerings in return. Now, in exchange for the ashes, Veervara had received a good number of coins. Taking them, he returned to his village. After hearing his story, his uncle Hathi Singh was astonished.
If you can get so many coins from the ashes of your small house, then with the ashes of my house, I will become the wealthiest person in the village, believe it or not.
Hathi Singh set his house on fire and then reached the same place with its ashes.
What's there in these bags, my friend?
Ashes.
Eh?
What? Ashes? Huh?
Another one has come with the ash.
Cheater!
No, that there is no miracle in this ash.
You cheater! Don't leave him! He won't let you go!
He fooled me again. This time I'll put an end to this Veervara story. I won't spare him, believe it or not.
A few days later, Hathi Singh took Veervara for a walk near a pond to take his revenge.
Hey, look there, a mermaid.
Where? Save me! I don't know how to swim!
Oh, I know that. Now go and meet the mermaid below the pond. Because whoever goes down from here never comes back. Believe it or not. Oh. Veervara, you? And who is she?
Princess, go and seek Uncle's blessings.
Greetings, Uncle.
Princess? What is all this?
I told you, Princess. My uncle is very innocent.
Thank you very much for pushing him into the water. You don't know that. By letting him drown into the water, you have changed my life.
Me? Believe it or not, but how?
There is a different kingdom under the water. I fell into the magnificent palace of the underwater princess. Where, apart from saving me, we also got married yesterday. There is a lot of treasure in their palace. They have gold and silver scattered everywhere around their palace.
Is it?
You must visit our place.
Due to the seed of greed that Veervara had planted in the mind of greedy Hathi Singh, he couldn't resist it for long. In the temptation of gold and silver, Hathi Singh jumps straight into the deep pond. And he never comes out again.
Oh, Uncle, hurry up! The treasure inside is waiting for you.
Where is it? Where is it?
Thank you so much for saving my life and pretending to be the princess to help me get rid of my greedy uncle forever.
If you don't study and learn, you will end up becoming like a frog in a well. Gopal had been hearing this from his father since his childhood. Just because he had absolutely no interest in studies, he lagged far behind other children in academics. As time passed, Gopal grew up. His father passed away and he got married. However, he couldn't pursue his education, which left him with no job, making his life very difficult.
You only sleep the entire day and don't even bother to do any work.
What are you doing?
Why don't you do some work to earn some money? At least there will be some food to eat at home.
But what kind of work?
I have heard that King Vidyadhar likes poetry a lot. And if he likes someone's poem, he even gives them a reward. If you write a poem somehow and recite it to the king, who knows, he might like your poem too.
Poetry? And me? It's better to write a poem than to hear her taunts. All right. I will try.
The next morning, Gopal took a bath and sat under a tree to write a poem. But he had never studied, so he had no idea about poetry. Not a single word came to his mind. Just then, he saw a pig in the pond, restlessly rubbing its back against a tree. Upon seeing it, Gopal blurted out,
Rubbing so much can lead to a life-threatening situation. Wow! What a poem! Rubbing so much can lead to a life-threatening situation. I'm sure the king will like this poem.
Considering it a poem, he quickly wrote those lines on a leaf.
Now I will recite this poem to the king.
Hey, stop! Hey, where are you going, huh?
I'm going to meet the king.
The time to meet the king is over. This is his leisure time.
Now go from here.
What should I do? If I go back without reciting the poem, my wife will scold me a lot. I'll have to find a way out. I have an important message for the king. Please ensure that the message reaches him anyhow.
After hearing Gopal's words, the soldier placed the leaf containing the message on the king's bed while he was asleep. The next morning, when the king woke up, a barber had come there to shave him. Before starting, the barber began sharpening his razor on a stone. At that moment, the king saw the leaf on the bed and he picked it up to read.
Rubbing so much can lead to a life-threatening situation? It seems like a secret message. Huh? I'm sure the barber is sharpening his razor to kill me. Arrest this man! He's here to kill me!
My king, please forgive me. I did all this because the neighboring king told me to do so.
Gopal was called into the royal court.
Who are you? And how do you know that the enemy was planning to take my life?
Oh, my king. Actually,
I'm pretty sure that you possess profound knowledge of astrology. That's why you knew everything in advance. So from today I declare you the royal astrologer of this court.
Without much thought, Gopal accepted the king's offer. But lies inevitably come to light sooner or later. A few days later, someone stole Queen Ketki's most precious and beloved necklace.
My king, my beloved necklace! Someone has stolen my beloved necklace!
Huh? Calm down, my queen, I promise to bring back that necklace to you by any means necessary. Soldiers, bring Gopal before me.
my king, did you call me?
Gopal, just as you saved my life with your astrology skills, use your knowledge to find out who has committed the crime of stealing the queen's necklace.
Oh no, my wife has trapped me in this.
What are you thinking?
My king, my astrology skills work best in solitude. I will go in isolation and use my knowledge to find out about the queen's necklace.
Gopal had trapped himself in a situation that he had created, and he didn't know any astrology. He went alone and started blaming his wife, as all this had happened because of her.
Your husband is in trouble today because of you. Now no one can save him from the king.
The queen's maid got anxious upon hearing Gopal's words, because it was she who had conspired to steal the queen's necklace along with her husband.
Please forgive us, O astrologer. Tempted by greed, we stole the queen's necklace. We will tell you where the necklace is. Just don't tell anything to the king, or else he will punish us severely.
All right. I will forgive you this time. Go and place the necklace behind the tree, witches. Behind the palace. Oh, I'm saved. Hail to the king! O king, I have found out. The necklace is below the tree behind the royal palace. I have sent the soldiers.
My king, Gopal is telling the truth. Here is the queen's necklace.
Wow, Gopal! Your astrology skills are indeed extraordinary.
Gopal narrowly escaped one more time. But now his challenges were about to increase because the fame of his astrology skills had started spreading in nearby kingdoms as well.
Your Majesty, I have been sent by King Himabindu. I have heard that your astrologer Gopal is very knowledgeable. Our king wants to consult with him. That is why he has sent me.
You have heard it right. Tell me, what do you want to know?
If Gopal can tell me what is inside this box using his skills, then I will acknowledge his knowledge.
Why not? Gopal?
Gopal was once again stranded, and he remembered his father's words.
My father was right. I am indeed a frog in a well.
No one understood Gopal's words except that minister, because there was indeed a frog inside the box.
You truly are a great astrologer. I was the only one who knew there was a frog inside the box.
Gopal once again escaped the situation due to his luck. But he knew that this game couldn't go on for long. So he planned a strategy to get rid of it.
My king, I had only 3 chances to use my astrology skills. I have utilized all 3 chances in your service. So I request you to relieve me from this position. Now I want to live a simple life.
Oh?
The king agreed to his request and bid him farewell after giving him lots of gold and silver. Everyone was preparing sweets for Diwali, except Rupa. She was an orphan girl with no relatives. Her only family was the villagers.
Dear Rupa, why are you inside? Come out, have some sweets. Did no one give you sweets?
Who would give her sweets? The poor child has no parents or any relatives.
Even Rupa didn't know whether she actually had any relatives or not.
Auntie, I have a relative, and this year he will bring sweets and gifts as well.
You say this every festival, Rupa, but we haven't seen any of your relatives yet.
Even I haven't seen him, but he is a distant uncle of mine. He will definitely come this year.
She lied in front of the villagers, unaware that Champat, who was a con man, was secretly listening to her.
How lucky you are, Champat. You came here to find a maid for yourself and you got one for free. Rupa, my child, you've grown up so much. You were a little kid when I last saw you. Forgive me, my child. You had to live alone all these years. But not anymore. I'm here now. Come with your uncle. No need to live alone anymore.
Rupa was in a dilemma about what to do. Should she go or not?
What are you thinking, Rupa? You have already suffered a lot. Now go and live a happy life with your uncle.
From where did my uncle appear all of a sudden? But from the conversation, he indeed seems to be my real uncle.
Fearing that Rupa's lie might be caught, she agreed to go with Champat. Rupa was so impressed with the sweet talk of her new uncle that she started believing in everything he said. She reached his home while talking with him all the way.
Enough! It's enough! Now hold your luggage.
Huh? Huh? Who are you?
Champat, your fake uncle, my foolish child. Now you will stay here and you will do all the household chores. Don't even think about running away. Come on, get to work. And yes, take care of my mother. She can't see or hear properly.
Looking at this, Rupa understood that she had made a big mistake by trusting a stranger. However, Rupa was a brave girl. She decided to escape from there and made a plan.
After walking throughout the journey, I have become very tired. Let me rest for a while. Anyway, I have to do only work after that.
Open the door! Open it! Oh no, where did she go? Did you see a girl around here? My niece? She's fair, with long hair. No.
Standing here for free is not allowed. This is not a shelter. If you need a job, then tell me. Huh?
Yes, yes, I need a job.
All right, stay here and if any traveler comes, show them the room. The more guests you bring, the more money you will get.
Okay, sir. Champat uncle, get ready to learn your lesson now. Uncle, what happened?
Lion! Lion!
Lion? Oh, that's a common thing here. Take my suggestion and stay here today because a lion always hunts down its prey.
Prey? Huh? Yes, you're right. It's better to stay here for the night instead of being hunted by the lion. Can I get a decent room?
Why not? Come with me. Here is your room. You can sleep comfortably. Oh no, I forgot to mention one thing. Sometimes ghosts from the cemetery behind come wandering here at night. But don't be scared. They just look scary. They don't scare us at all.
What? Ghosts?
Let's have some fun now.
Ghost! 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 What is going on?
You fooled me, right? Now I'll teach you a lesson. Wait. Brother, please help me. I I can't lift this box alone.
But what is in it that you are unable to lift it?
What do I say? I have to go to a wedding. All the jewelry and clothes for the wedding are in this box. If I don't go on time, everything will go wrong.
My friend Mungi, the time has come to fulfill our duties as thieves. The treasure itself has come to us. If we let it go, we won't be worthy of being called thieves.
Yes, you are right, my brother Chungi.
Yes, why not? But can we get some water to drink?
Yes, I will bring it right away.
Rupa goes inside to get water for them. And at that moment, Mungi and Chungi take a box and run away. Rupa laughs upon seeing this. Just then, Balchand and Nalchand arrive there.
Sister, we are chasing two thieves. Have they come this way by any chance?
Yes, they went that way. Look, they even took my box. Those thieves.
What? Catch them!
Chungi, my friend, soldiers are coming. If we survive today, we can do more thefts in the future. Come, throw away this box.
And that's how Rupa got rid of Champat forever.
Hey!
Take me out! Somebody, take me out!
She then returned to her home. But with a new lesson that never ever trust a stranger. Did you understand?
Bittu!
Look there, your father has come.
Dad!
My son.
Your son is a brave kid.
Just like Rupa from the story.
But don't leave him alone like this.
I'm sorry, Amma.
If you like this video, subscribe to our channel Murthy Media.